Hello and welcome to the tavern. My name's Shay. More Wild Assault. Update happened. They changed how some of the scouting works. I'll pull up the entire. You probably I probably won't show it, but I will just like say it right now. Gonna pull it up right now. Wild Assault. Everything's gonna be slow. So they have a new weapon skin. It's for the DMP. I don't care about it. And they made like more balance adjustments. Let me just see. Let's see if I can't get it all in one. No, because the way they changed it is stupid. Okay. Let's see if I can't get it. Okay, so they changed how a little bit of the assault class. Basically, the change they made, I think last week, 2 weeks ago, was the combat branch. Basically, go into this talent, this right here. No, this one right here. It went from 20 seconds to 15-second cooldown, and it's also the next reload is you trigger this by when you get the double kill, your next reload is faster. That's basically it. All that happened, not much. They made bouncy. They made changes to both these guys. His damage got not severely. It got reduced for him to play more scout-like. People don't like it because, oh no, I can't do damage. But it's just like, he's supposed to be a scout. He's not supposed to be an assault. So get over yourself. Let him be a scout or let him be an assault. He cannot be both. So their middle branch, this right here, on headshot elimination, his is changed from from Croc. On headshot elimination, automatically reload a portion of the magazine. It's on a 15-second cooldown. So what ends up happening is that he basically if he gets a headshot, this activates. Another bullet is loaded into the magazine. And he basically every 15 seconds he'll get one extra shot without having to reload. Maybe two, depending on the weapon. But on headshot elimination he gets that. That'll be that for him, and then for Croc. On weapon elimination, automatically ping enemies within 8 meters for 3 seconds. So use the weapon, ping ally. You no longer have to go this, so on and so forth. So after that, H6 Blood Hunt, which is Jack's signature ability, goes from a duration of 5 seconds to 7.5 seconds. Detection interval has been reduced from 3 seconds to 2.5, so it is going to ping 3 times within the entire duration. Visual enhancement, wall hack effect duration changed from 1.2 to last from the first mark until the end of the skill. So it's going to last for the full 7.5 seconds, but it's not shared with the squad. Area detection. Added a 20-meter spherical detection, non-penetrating, including units behind, shared with squad. I think that's just within 20 meters. I don't know if it's 20 meter of Jack, or if there's 20 meters of everybody that got hit. Reward increase. Mark duration increase from 1.7 shares with squad. Increase to 1.7 seconds shares with squad. So this is when you ping somebody. Scouting assist valid duration extended from 4 to 5 seconds. Skill reward increased from 5 to 15. Basically, you get more points for scouting. And then Croc, we already went over his talent. Croc is Tomahawk damage went from 110 to 90, so lost 20 damage. Death Water Strike, Death Throw damage reduced from 175, so it kind of like gets rid of like the snowballing effect of that. Precision Strike, Ultimate, range increase, personal wall hack range increased from 20 meters 30 meters, so he can see further away. Team Sharing added a 10 meter spherical detection, non-penetrating, including units behind. Shared with the squad. So I'm guessing from what he sees. So these are probably from what the Jack sees and from what the Croc sees. And then reward increase added 10 marking score. I'm guessing that's to the ultimate itself. And then Scout general ability enhancement. Marking limit. They can mark, I believe, up to 4 targets. And then there's auto marking. When over the shoulder ADS now supports automatic marking. Marking begins after 0.05 seconds of aiming at a target. Base duration is 5. Actual duration is affected by relevant talents, whatever. So the base is 5 seconds for everybody. And then there's weapon adjustments. And this is the 2 weapons, 2 assault rifles, the NK-47, the AN-94. Base damage increased from 30 to 34 for the NK-47. We don't know why. Assault rifles do not need this shit. And then the AN-94, slightly adjusted recoil pattern for improved shooting feel. And those are all the relevant updates. Scouting... The scouting buffs seem fine. The nerf to Croc were relevant since he's going to be doing a lot more scouting, as he should. But overall, the assault rifle buffs were not needed. And with this, I'm also in the Discord. I have when this came up, when I was playing, I was looking into it. The next set of people, they're looking towards the experts / specialists. So they're going to get changes next. What changes? Don't know. They all need more specialized care. But they're all gonna get changes next week, the week after. One of the two. They'll probably go into testing next week. And then the week after, they'll probably they have to do like a lot of internal testing. So they'll be touching them next. But right now, and I think the dev team does know this, but they choose to ignore it. The SMGs are in a bad spot. The healers are in a bad spot. And I will say that because I have been keeping up with a lot of things. The healers are in a bad spot because the overall game favors aggression. So healing is no longer a factor. You don't need healing. You just need aggressive pushes, which is why one of the talents I'm going right now is more of the hanging. I keep my ultimate up for as long as people go down, and I just make a ton of zombies. Basically, I'm playing I think it's Command and Conquer, and I'm just reviving everybody for a good Zerg strike. But yeah, the assault class keeps getting like their assault rifles, even if it's not all of them, their assault rifles keep getting buffs, keep getting things that shouldn't really favor them. Meanwhile, other guns, LMGs, SMGs, I don't know if LMGs are in a good spot. SMGs are in a terrible spot because of, except for the DMP, because of the range. Because of the massive disadvantage of losing 50% of your damage over 30 meters. Puts them in such a position that they need other mods to make them function while still being overly worse. So, like, for example, we're not gonna take this gun. This gun, I have to play with the heavy ammo extended mag because I need this range, because this gives 25 meters of range, and then this destroyer silencer gives another 20 meters of range. So I'm now giving myself 45 meters of range while having minimal downsides to everything I need to do. And right now, all I have is max ADS spread minus 50% plus 45 meters of range. Stealth minus 50%. Doesn't matter. That's only mini map. Hip fire. I can change hip fire to something else. But you're starting to see like the big picture of I need to slap 2 range mods. One for my ammo, one for my muzzle. And not have any room to do much of anything else. Because anything after 50 meters... anything after 30 meters is basically dead. And I have to play in such a way that the game is just not that fun. That I might as well just play the assault class and still not have fun. What's going on here? Okay. So yeah, they're focusing on the. So sorry, I was reading the discussion here, which they were complaining about Jack's apparently it's 20% mag. So basically, if Jack is using like a sniper with 10 bullets, you're getting 2 bullets back. Or if you're using like any of the assault rifles and it has like a mag of 50, you're getting 20% of 50 back, which I believe should be 10. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, so we'll start some games. I'll try to use like other guns and other things. I've been like kind of privy to pistols right now because I've more been like the way I've had to change my play style because I had to go into the more burst style of play. Oh, okay, cool. That's gonna be a bot game right there. So I'm playing at like not peak times. I have been playing with this patch and basically for me nothing changed. I could play Jack and say, okay, that's like a good change or whatnot, but realistically, there is no change. I'm still playing like a very nerfed character because my healing that's supposed to be healing isn't really like there's no justification for it. Because again, the game is like the way the game is being played is you have to be aggressive. Whether you're on offense or defense, you have to be aggressive. You're not playing for the point, you're playing for the kill. And because of that, everything falls into how fast can I kill my target. And the dev don't seem to understand that. Like this would be a battlefield game. It's supposed to be a war of attrition, not a war of how fast you can do things. There doesn't seem to be a lot of people playing. Try one more time before I just let it go. But yeah, it's supposed to be like a war of attrition, and like, well, yeah, a war of attrition, and not a war of like how fast can I take you out. I don't. Well, I don't dislike fast play, but right now is the only play. It's not even like it's fast play. No, it's aggressive play. Fast is fine, especially because I need to be fast to kind of like revive people. But aggressive is the name of the game, and it's to a point where if you're not playing aggressive, you're not playing the game. You can't be defensive. You can't play a support the way you want to play a support, and because the support have a lack of like good long range guns, and this is bullshit. So like, it's only me. Nobody else is really playing. I'm not at peak times. You know what? I don't want to play this game. I want to play a game with at least one person in there. If you're gonna throw me into a game that's all bots, then the game just isn't worth it to play. That's how I view this game. If it's all bots, it's not worth it. Because I don't want to play against bots. I want to play against people. Faster. That means that there's people playing this game. I just don't understand like how you put bots in a PvP game. Okay.
Someone's hit. Bravo 1 is taking fire. Defend the position. Securing Bravo 2. Stay alert. Medicine, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Friends that are taking fire. Enemy attack. We found them.
Attacking Bravo 1. Request assistance immediately. They've lost half of the game. Keep up the defense. Bravo 1 is taking
Oh wow. So you're playing Bull. You're not even playing Hong. Okay.
Bravo 2 secure.
You know, I don't know why I went for like the.
1 is now in enemy hands.
Oh, I'm defending. No wonder.
The enemy has Bravo 1.
Someone's hit.
I didn't even realize I was defending. I don't know why I was over there then.
Hold on. Friends that are taking fire.
Yeah, nobody's getting to me.
Defender, stay frosty. Hold your ground.
Someone's hit.
We're taking Bravo 1.
Reloading. Almost ready. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Friends that are taking fire. Cover me. I'm reloading. We found them. Listen up. I'll catch you out. Medical device is ready. We were definitely someone's hit. Enemy attack. Do not engage. Do not.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I can't use my SMG5. You really can't.
Defender,
Oh my god.
Taking Bravo 1.
And this is why you can't even play like my class. Because everything just does so everything the damage all over the place is just too much.
Friends are taking fire. Someone's hit. Reloading. Almost ready. Do not engage. Do not engage. Please stop me. Friends are taking fire. Cover me. I'm reloading. Hang in there. Please do not engage.
I need to reload this right now.
Someone's hit. They found me. Reloading. Almost ready. You'll be fine.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not adding that asshole.
They could have been saved if I was faster.
Yeah, this is the problem with like fucking everything in the game. Like you cannot play. I cannot play the character I want to play because the way I have to play the character is basically the way I have to play the game is I have to play as like I have to bum rush the enemy team. There's very little. There's very little to use. Like it's either I'm running this or I'm running this. These are the only two viable guns on a support. Everything else is if I want range, I build this for range. What do I mean? Like the subsonic, I don't care. Do this. This increases recoil by 31. If I tap fire, it's fine. It still keeps 54 bullets in the mag. That is fine. Then we do that. Then we put like destroyer silencer or archer barrel, probably destroyer silencer, to give myself like the plus 45. You don't get anything else, so you're there. And then we can do either a max ADS spread, this if I want to keep it down to a minimum. But like, this is basically the version of the gun I would need because I don't care about anything else. This is useless. This is utterly useless. You can't do anything with this. Like, you could do a lot with the gun, obviously, but you can't do anything with the gun because the gun has no place in the game. Like, I don't even want to use it for range. It could be used for range. It can be useful. It can be useful for range. But the problem is, like, what range do you give it, and how much downside do you have to go through? Like, I can leave it like that, keep it as like my mid-range option, increasing it 30 meters to like 50, and then that's it. But like again, at 50 meters, it's whatever. And the biggest problem is the fact that it's like after 20 meters, you probably change that up to like what? After 30 meters, you do like 60% of your damage. It's just like it's not as good. This is a good close range weapon, but that's it. This gets outclassed because it doesn't have damage. It has great amount of control. It has no damage. So you're either using this for the close range or this for the long range. That's it. there's just like not a lot really going on. Like there's not much going on with the game. The weapons, the weapons don't, the weapons I want to use don't feel like they're up to snuff. And if nothing else, if I get a game with people, I might play Athena and just showcase, hey, this is what like a non built up gun, because my gun is pretty built up, it's maxed out. Basically, like the character is maxed out. Everything I have for the character is maxed out. Like talent, all the talents, proficiency maxed out. I don't even care about this. This is nice. This like 24% speed increase after rescuing an ally can be nice, especially in the ultimate. I don't know how much of it goes up by if there's a cap. This is a good ultimate talent. Oh, I'm probably going into but like with everything maxed out, with no play style. Because basically, like, okay, so these weapons are supposed to be like the play style is close range, close quarters combat, along with a shotgun, close quarter combat, and it has to pair up with like certain abilities. Like, for example, if it started pairing up with, let's say, Marquez, who can slow people down. She gets some SMGs, M90, M10, whatever. They had to get rid of the DMP because it was too much for her. Because of the slowdown effect. So like having damage as well as like anything else kind of like broke her. Okay, I don't care that I'm leaving this game. It's again, it's me. It's me alone. Let's not do this. I understand. Okay. So this is another problem the game is having where if you're queued up long enough, it puts you into a game by yourself and hopes to fill that up. It shouldn't do that. It should look for a game. It should look for a game with people. If the games are finishing up, that's fine. But it shouldn't just like outright put you by yourself against bots. And I'm gonna say this again. Bots in a PvP game, player versus player, should not be a thing. If you need bots in your game, your data is going to be skewed because if people get the chance, they're going to want to play against the bots more than they are going to play against people. Because the bots follow a linear code. They don't follow anything extensive. It's do one thing, then do the other, then do the other, repeat. If something is a higher priority, do the highest priority first, then do everything else. Bots should never be in the game. Downscale the game. It shouldn't be 20 versus 20. It shouldn't be 40 players. I understand what you're trying to go through, but if you're a new studio, this is not the benchmark you want. The benchmark you want is 5 versus 5, 10 versus 10, a small number without bots, and go at it from there. Because with that, we actually get to see a lot more going on instead of what we have right now. And again, I'm not at peak times, but I don't want to play against bots. They don't offer anything and they skew the data. They really do. If someone tells me no, they don't, yes, they fucking do. Because a lot of your games are being played against bots who stand there, do nothing, don't really. They try to mimic humans, but they can't because humans make snap judgments in every moment of gameplay. They don't just stay doing one thing. They make snap judgments. Even while being shot at, it's like, okay, let me hide behind cover, come out the other way, juke, and then come out the other side and do that. So let's not kid ourselves and think like the bots are not going to skew data. They are definitely skewing the data. Because if I can get over 100 kills on a medic against bots, then that means I'm not doing my job as a medic. I'm just going around taking them out, being aggressive, and I'm not even having fucking. I can't even find good games. I've only found one game full of players. This is a fucking problem. This is a problem. You can't retain your player base. You can't bring in more players because you have a problem with bots. You have a problem with balance. You don't know what the fuck you're doing and don't think you know what you're doing. You think you have a clue. You do not. The player base is telling you, hey, why is the game like this and not like that? Why is the game like, it's like this, right? Why is the game played in such a way that it favors one side? Why is one thing being buffed while the other isn't even touched, while the other isn't looked at, while the other is like in a terrible fucking state, and you ignore it? You cannot solve problems by changing by small changes. You need a big change. It's gonna be time intensive. It's gonna be time intensive. It's gonna be massive. But you can't make small changes and hope that the game changes incrementally. Like the scout buffs, I can't even call them buffs. They're changes. The scout changes. The scout changes don't actually do much of anything. All it is awful, like the scouting and whatnot, to make them more scout-like. But realistically, unless you change their entire kit, I'm sorry, this is what's gonna happen. Entire kits needs to be changed. Because right now, the kits are the problem.
Cover me. I'm reloading. Do not engage. Do not engage. Friends are taking fire. Enemy attack. Someone's hit. Hold on.
The enemy is attacking Alpha.
Friends are taking fire.
Assistance immediately.
Do not
The
engage.
fuck?
Do not engage. Cover me. I'm reloading. Reloading. Almost ready. Do not engage. Do not engage. Defensive. Enemy is ready to fly. Get ready. Hang in there. Please. Don't you die on me. Cover me. I'm reloading. Do not engage. Do not engage.
Yeah, like I should be having a lot more revives, but I'm not even focused on the revives.
Fire. Defend the
Like if I'm not focused on the revives,
defender. Stay frosty. Hold your ground.
Someone's hit. Cover me. I'm reloading. Hold on.
like this is what are the bots doing? And this is what it is, right? I don't know if this is a bot. I don't think he's a bot. No, he's a bot. He's a bot that ran all the way over here. They're chasing kills. Like, the bot is chasing fucking kills. In our, like, all the way back here.
Taking fire.
I'm just gonna stand up here, see how long it takes for them to, like, come at me.
Enemy attack. They found me. Someone's hit. Friends are taking fire. Medical device is ready. Hey, we would definitely win. Someone's hit. Almost ready.
You know, you want to see how easy the game actually becomes? We'll show this right now. We'll show it right now.
Eyes open. Defend the targets with your squad. Bravo 2 taking fire. Bravo 2 is now in enemy hands.
Oh, look, that's a player. Do I have players on my team?
Fire. Defend the position. Enemy has Bravo 2. Bravo 1 is now in enemy hands.
Oh, look, we're losing again.
The enemy has Bravo 1.
This is bots.
This is our last.
Because bots don't hold a position. They do not hold a spot. They move forward, looking for the kill. This is how you have bots trained by people. This is supposed to be an objective-based game. Why are the bots searching for kills?
Threat detected. Breathing too loud. Cease fire. Walking now. Threat detected.
Like, I don't have to move far.
Ceasefire. Reloading. Take cover.
I don't have to move far to kind of like defend the area. And yet the bots, they don't have like the awareness of let me not be there.
Threat detected. Seize joy the free.
And Norman should not have, okay. I'm still gonna complain. Norman shouldn't have like damage reduction. And this is the game. This is the fucking game. Like, I can have fun doing other things, but it's like at some point, at what point do the bots take away the fun of the fucking game?
Threat detected. Grapple away.
Like, at what point do the bots take away from the fun of the fucking game?
Threat detected. Ceasefire. Take cover. Swapping mag. Threat detected. Reloading. Swapping mag. Find me. Threat detected.
Oh my fucking god.
It's so cold.
Defender. Stay vigilant for enemy movement.
Oh, look, he's using the AK-47, the gun that just got like a 4 damage buff. Like, you see how stupid that is? 30 to 34.
Threat detected. Enjoy the free.
Motherfucker!
They've lost half of the game points. Keep up the defense.
Like, this is why I'm really pissed. Because, like, the game is so unfucking balanced to the point where it's like, it's absurd. It's fucking absurd. We don't have healers. We don't have anything. I can't be a healer because of my fucking team dies. And this is the balance of the fucking game, where it favors aggressive fucking play. Let's be absolutely fucking honest here. Combat Cat Studio, you fucking suck when it comes to balance. You fucking suck when it comes to making a game. Don't ever make a game again. If this is the quality of game you're gonna make, if you're not gonna listen to your fucking player base, to the failing player base that you fucking have, then you do not deserve to be open any longer. That was fucking frustrating. All of that was frustrating. And there was not a damn thing I could do about it. Because the bots don't know how to fucking do the job. The bots don't know how to fucking play the game. Because you put bots in the fucking game in the first place. I'm gonna take the rest of this time to like explain why that match was that way. That match was that way because the bots who kept moving forward beyond enemy lines, beyond everything, who didn't care about the fucking line, who didn't hold the objective, who didn't stay back. Because you don't know how to fucking make the bots stay still. You don't know how to make the bots act like fucking humans. You can't make the bots act like fucking humans. They have a fucking code they have to follow. Command line by command line, they have to execute those codes. If it says go and kill the nearest opponent, their nearest opponent is going to be is where they're gonna go to. Once they get to the nearest opponent, stop, stand still, shoot. That's all a bot ever does. And then if you have a medic bot that says heal before shooting, heal before anything, they don't care what you are on. You are in fire. You are on the fucking poison. They are going to die before they finish rescuing you. The bots are a problem in the fucking game, and they skew all of your numbers because you are playing against bots. You are playing against things that are not people, that do not react to how people react. And so I can't rely on the bots in a team-based fucking game because the bots don't play as a team. They are worse than players doing their own thing. And because I never know who's a fucking player or not, because of your fucking oversight, you make the problem far worse than anything else. So, buckle down, address all the issues, take away the bots. If your game dies, it was going to die, whether or not this was ever a fucking issue, because your balancing sucks, because you do not know how to balance the game. You're playing favorites with your fucking Valiants. Your assault class, your precious fucking assault class, is getting so many fucking buffs, even after the recent changes, to the point where every other class cannot play the game. They suffer because you keep buffing the assault class, because you keep buffing your class to the point where it's no longer wild assault, it's just assault. Like, I'm sorry. Start actually looking at the criticism of your game. Stop sweeping it under the rug, because the more you sweep it under the rug, the more you'll realize, oh, hey, they were right. Your game isn't good. The balance of your game isn't good. That was the most frustrating shit I've ever fucking played. And this is how your balancing has affected the game. I don't know what else to say. Like, if this is a dog water game you're gonna put out, then maybe you need to shut down. I understand. You probably have like hopes and dreams of like, I want to put out the best game ever. That is fine. Start listening to like some of your other devs. Start seeing like what exactly makes a fun PvP game. Because I don't want a game to be determined by like the 19 other bots that just sit there, die, and not do anything. That's my entire like experience playing this game. There are good games, there are bad games. That right there is one of the worst games I've played. All because I decided to start off as the medic, the one who's supposed to like heal, keep people up. Can't do the job. Cannot keep up. This medic here and the other one cannot keep up with the current state of the game. And because you buffed the damage of the stupid... Where is it? Because you buffed this damage to 34. One, it's not even reflected in the actual damage charts. So like these stats are wrong. But because it's 34 damage, 4 shots, I'm down. Why play any other game? Like we'll go to training, we'll bring up the NK-47, and then we'll just see why does that gun, which can down any Basically, it went from 30 to 34. Clearly, 34 wasn't like a proper. Fuck off. Scam call. Let me see if I can't find it. NK47, clean, nothing to it. Like, why do you need five shots? 4 shots to any other target.
Reloading. Swapping mags.
No, wait, let's also check it on range, right? That's a target of 50 meters. 27. 34 to 27. What about further? 34 to 22. That's what, 0.6 damage? 60% damage?
Reloading. Swapping mags.
Like, mind you, most assault rifles starts off at like a solid like 20 something damage. Like 20, 25, 30, like really high damage. If I was to look at all the assault rifles again, like this is at 34, it says 42. This is at 30. This is at 32, 31, 27, 33, 31, 43. We'll look at the AS Val. $22 damage, right? What about you at range? 22, 18. Mind you, the SMG5 also 22 damage. That's 18. And then further away, 16.
Swapping mags.
And so, like, if 16 is like the lowest it goes at like any type of range, mind you, let's we're gonna ignore the fact, and this is gonna be something I'm gonna bring up. I don't think it like matters in terms of like the context of all of this, but it matters in terms of bringing things up. The assault rifles don't need range. But if I were to, let me just go back to the Galau. Just equip the Galau. It has heavy ammo. Heavy, if you can read that, it says range plus 55 meters. Okay? That is all assault rifles. Actually, that is every gun that isn't a pistol, a shotgun, or a SMG. All of these guns have the plus 55 meter range. And the SMGs, the shotguns don't get anything like that, so that's already a bust. The SMGs only get 25, so they get like what? Almost, they get a minus 20% meter range, because they didn't want it to be overpowered. So on and so forth. But yeah, assault rifles could just get like a plus 55 meters, which offsets anything that they want to do. Yeah, they don't get the, they get like a higher recoil. But that's easily controllable. Burst fire that shit. And this has been like the frustrating part of the game. Everything is centered around the assault rifles and not so much anything else. You know what? Let me just. We're gonna do something real fast. Like, I have heavy extended ammo here. I don't need any other range mod. And I could possibly just go like, you know, something to like offset the recoil. Something that offsets the hip fire spread. I can burst fire this. I have range up the fucking ass. But I don't have damage. But the assault rifles, they have the damage as well as the range and the freedom and flexibility to do everything. And that's the thing about the assault rifles. They have the freedom and flexibility to do everything. SMGs don't have that freedom or flexibility. If they want range, they have to sacrifice everything. They don't get a muzzle. They don't get the a good mag, because otherwise they're middle of the road. So they have to sacrifice so much just to get a fraction, like 25% of the range an assault rifle gets, while also lacking damage. Like even when I was Athena, even though I lost, I was able to secure kills with a not so fully developed Galau. And that's the bullshit of the game. I'm gonna end this soon. Moral of the story: this game is frustrating beyond all belief, all because everything is centered around the assault rifles and the assault class. That's the center, and everything else is behind it. Actually, this where is it? This is basically this is the center. Everything revolves around this. These two don't do anything because they either play so far back or too far forward, and they don't have a lot of wiggle room. These guys, they're hit or miss, depending on what happens. These guys don't have a fucking downtime. These two are no longer part of the equation. They don't do much. People can say like, oh no, they can do something. No. Because the one thing they have to do, revive, they have to make sure it's like a proper way of reviving. And they have to play with this one gun. This was like one of the more frustrating matches. And honestly, it became far more frustrating because, again, if I was with real players, that match could have gone, it could have gone either way. It could have still been a loss. But it would have been far more enjoyable because now there's like different tactics we can use. I can go in and actually see who needs help, who doesn't need help, and throw my weight around. In a game with bots, you don't throw your weight around. You're basically at the whim of the bot. You need a weapon that can overwhelmingly deal with all of the bots. I'm just frustrated. I'm frustrated. They have, again, experts in the work for next week after. I don't think it matters. One, they already don't have a player base. I don't even look into like the player base numbers. If I were to look into it, like people said, it's like less than 100 people playing the game, which is sad. Honestly, that's more towards marketing than it is towards like the game being good or bad. But it also did lose players because of everything surrounding the game. The lack of balance towards the game, the lack of polish, lack of balance, lack of like any sort of like real goal. And like they're trying to fix it before like release, but the damage is done. Had you listened to like the player base from like the start, from like I wasn't there for it, like the beta and alpha, you wouldn't be this game wouldn't be that bad. But because you just kept doing your own thing, pushing like the assault class towards everybody, and coming out with, I'm gonna be honest, where is it? Coming out with all of these skins, revealing, not revealing, but still revealing. Like, I'm sorry, who do you cater to? Let's not do this shit. Let's not. And actually, like, work on the game. Don't ask for money if your game is shit. Because what's going to happen is people are going to see it and say, I no longer want that. Thank you for watching. Hope you'll. I'm not even gonna say if you enjoyed it or not. It was me complaining the entire fucking time. I hope something good comes from this video. I don't know if Combat Cat will watch this. I don't know I don't know if they're in China or not. I know it's a dev team from China, or a Chinese dev team. I don't know if they're in the US or whatnot. So I don't know if they really watch YouTube and all of that. But if someone actually does, then if you watch this video, my takeaway is we're not in a good state. Nothing here is that balanced. I complimented the balance because I thought it was balanced, but then when you still have to factor in the bots. You still have to factor in the bots. They don't add much. They're only a hindrance. Stop trying to improve the bots. If you want to make a PvE game, make a PvE game. Then you have a reason to improve the bots. But this is not a PvE game. This is supposed to be player versus player. Let the player versus the player. Not the player versus the fucking environment. That being said, the tavern is closed. I shall see you all later.